Okay, next speaker, and feel free to correct my pronunciation here, Pedram Esfandiary from Baum Hedlund and, Baum Hedlund Associated, followed by Bob McFarland and then Donna Farmer.
Thank you, Mr. Hirsch. You pronounced my name beautifully, by the way. And I'm an associate attorney at Baum Hedlund, Aristei Goldman. It's a Los Angeles-based law firm. Thank you for the opportunity to make a statement regarding the issues with the proposed NSRL. Firstly, the California Code of Regulations, Section 25703, which the initial statement of reasons purports to follow, specifically requires appraisal of epidemiologic data in a quantitative assessment for a no significant risk level. Although OEHHA relies upon a single animal bioassay as required by the statute, it fails to consider any epidemiological studies. This falls short of the statute's requirement that the quality and suitability of available epidemiologic data be appraised. Epidemiological analysis would provide robust and comprehensive evaluation of a chemical which most users absorb via cutaneous and respirational contact. Because OEHHA has not accounted for any epidemiologic data, the proposed safe harbor does not conform to the requirements of the Code of Regulations for quantitative risk assessment and should be reconsidered accordingly. Furthermore, it is questionable whether the proposed safe harbor has considered a sufficient number of animal bioassays. OEHHA reviewed a 2-year rodent carcinogenicity study where 50 male CD1 mice were fed a diet containing glyphosate at concentrations intended to achieve dose rates of 0, 100, 300, and 1,000 milligrams of glyphosate per kilogram of body weight per day. Tumor incidence was observed in the 1,000 milligrams per day dose group. However, other studies have found the development of tumors at significantly lower doses, including Lancus in a 1981 study where lymphocytic hyperplasia was observed at 11 milligrams per kilograms per day in Sprague Dowley rats. Wood et al. Found lymphoid hyperplasia at low and mid doses in males at 71.4 and 234.2 milligrams per body weight per day, in a study where malignant lymphomas were also observed significantly induced at 110 milligrams per kilograms per day. And Lancus again observed testicular interstitial tumors in male Sprague Dowley rats, which demonstrated a significant trend and a significant pairwise comparison between control and a high dose of 31.49 mg per kilograms per day. And Stout and Rucker noted pancreatic islet cell adenoma in male Sprague Dowley rats, demonstrating a significant pairwise comparison relative to controls at a low dose, 89 mg per kg per day in 1990. Indeed, all of these studies were considered by the EPA's Scientific Advisory Panel, the SAP, charged with evaluating the 2016 EPA glyphosate issue paper. Specifically, the 2009 study of Wood et al., where malignant lymphomas were observed in male rats using 810 milligrams per kilograms per day dose rate, achieved a clear dose response and was supported by findings in an additional 18-month study. A significantly lower NSRL would thus be reached using the data from such studies, which found carcinogenesis and lymphomagenesis at lower doses than the study considered by OEHHA in determining the safe harbor. Moreover, the initial statement of reasons does not propose how exemption from the Prop 65 requirement based on the NSRL would function in practice. Glyphosate or Roundup rather, is used in a variety of different industries by different applicators with varying exposure levels. For example, it is not clear whether a particular user falls within the safe harbor if throughout the course of a week they are exposed to varying levels, including 1,100 micrograms, 2,200 micrograms, and 3,500 micrograms. It is not clear how such a high NSRL, which has been calculated absent consideration of any epidemiological human adverse data or a sufficient number of animal bioassays, is reconcilable with the known fact that glyphosate is a human carcinogen, as espoused by the IARC and known to the state of California. The public ought not to be exposed to high levels of a cancerous chemical without more extensive investigation and analysis by OEHHA of the available data and an effort to follow the requirements of the Code of Regulations. Thank you for your time.
Okay, thank you.